Everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Now that you've reached the stage in your life where quality television is important, Nubian TV is a black network that speaks to your lifestyle. Nubian TV is the world's first digital network devoted to the upscale and political lifestyles of black people. Nubian TV's programming includes politics, travel, fashion, food, automotive, arts and culture, civil rights, music, and more. Watch now on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, or watch globally at nubiantv.net. Nubian TV, it's what you want to watch.
Come with me if you want to live a more delicious life.
Oh, maybe we should get in the van.
In this world, we don't get to control much. The past, male pattern baldness.
What geese?
Got one right now. The urge to pop that bubble wrap. But there is one thing we do get to choose every single day: what we eat. Welcome to the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment. We have everything you want, didn't know you wanted, and some things you didn't know were possible. Because we believe if you're not having fun, you're not living free. So come on, let's live a little.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money! Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here this morning.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good. Very good.
Coming in hot, Jimmy, coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Oh. Good morning, America. I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in. I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in. That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, where?
Ginger.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Well, hello to you, and you. Welcome into another edition of Braylon's Virtual Tour Live. Glad to have you all here. By the way, shout out to Millie Chun, and the Doctors Wise of Atlanta. Shout out to them, of course. Sweet Tea from Married to Medicine is a part of that group, and it looks like it was a good time over there. So just went over to support good people. Always support good people who are always doing good, not for vanity, to get clicks and views and to look like they are somebody when really they are nobody. If it doesn't apply, let it fly, but if you let it fly, it must apply. Now, with all that out the way, welcome in everybody. Tonight we're going to be talking about Disney Abu Dhabi. This is the 7th theme park from Disney parks. Okay, so with that being said, higher is weighing, low is available, but either way, we are live on tour. Let me take down this iconic intro here. You see the virtual tour background. Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music. Yes, you do. And then there is me. Hey, everybody, welcome in. So with that being said, we do have a lot here. I want to start off with this because I don't know if anybody saw it. I showed it during the morning edition, but while I was live on tour today was the NBCU Academy, talking about game changers, the future of sports media, and yours truly was a part of the Academy. And so I literally was the first person in the Q&A. So I was like, okay, listen, I'm going to ask this question. So let me show y'all this here. Like I said, just drink my water, mind my black-owned business, and move in purpose. Move on purpose, rather. Here we go. Let me turn up for y'all. And yes, this does relate to this live. Here we go.
Variety of viewpoints together so that, we're not having to do a big independent outside study to figure out what those desires will be.
Customer's never wrong, right? Unless they say we hate their team, then they're wrong.
They're rarely wrong, but if you read X comments, you might see that sometimes they're wrong.
Maybe you disagree a little bit. We do love audience participation. We certainly are encouraging that as much as possible. So let's take a question from our virtual audience from the Q&A box. Braylon asked, with Super Nintendo World opening at Universal Epic Universe, would primetime Nintendo e-gaming tournaments ever come to NBC Sports or Telemundo? Very interesting question. I guess, Joaquin, we could start with you. They finished with Telemundo. I'm going to put you on the spot.
Good. We're going to snake around like
yeah, we can
draft.
snake around. I like it. First pick.
Yeah, that's definitely something that we could explore. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's just such an interesting because it's not a traditional sport in theory of you get out and you see someone on a basketball court or even to the point of a Kentucky Derby, but it is something that gains a lot of popularity. And at the end of the day, I'd imagine if it draws eyeballs, it's still going to pay the dollars and cents.
Yeah, and we've done a lot of esport, different platforms, like Ron was mentioning, YouTube, Twitch, even taking them to non-traditional platforms like broadcast or cable. So yeah, always exploring.
Sammy, do you have any thoughts on something like that?
Yeah, no, same. Whether it's e-gaming, we've looked at, pickleball, drone racing. There's a lot of sort of, different new and emerging sports, and we really take each on like a case-by-case basis. And, who's the audience? How does that compare to our existing audience? Sometimes it's good to have some overlap. Sometimes it's good to have a totally new audience, and we really look at that. And also, what's the right platform? Is this something that we should put on TV? Is this something we should put on streaming? Or if we should partner with for a different platform. But we look at things opportunistically, and especially things like gaming that are really, really at the forefront right now of consumption. It's definitely something we look at a lot.
Alexa, I'm curious your perspective, because as someone who does something like a dog show, it's not your typical sporting event, but you clearly have an audience that you're trying to hit, exactly what Ron was talking about, considering the customer. So if you were to produce something like esports, how niche are you making it, and how much are you then trying to distribute and grow the audience simultaneously?
Yeah, I think like the Derby, you want to strike the right balance, right? You want to make the diehards feel seen. You want to make the casuals like learn something. My approach to any broadcast is always, make me smarter, make me smile and make it stick. So if I can find the right balance of that through storytelling, I think it doesn't really matter what the content is.
I like that. Let's go to another audience question right here at CNBC. State your name and your school and fire away.
Hi, Hi, my name is Nicole Pissarro. I'm from Montclair State University. I wanted to ask, what is one thing about the industry that you all didn't know before you got started?
Oh, that's always an excellent question. Ron, we're going to start with you.
I didn't know that content could be consumed, created, and edited from an iPhone. Because the iPhone didn't exist when
That
I
is
started in
true.
the industry.
Technology has evolved.
And then I'll just use it to say, I'm continually amazed and thrilled with how we are constantly evolving and pushing. And you mentioned Epic Universe in the recent question. And that's just a great example of the creativity of our company. I got a chance to see it about a few weeks ago, and a very proud moment to be a part of this company. It's awesome. But I think the creativity, and there really is a spirit in this industry that if someone can think it, it can happen.
We do have an Epic Universe piece coming up later in the show, so that's always exciting. I like synergy. That usually is fun when it works out. Samita, what about you? What do you
So I wanted to play that because Disney has also been in the world of gaming for a very long time. Club Penguin came from Disney. Virtual Magic Kingdom came from Disney. Now they have Fortnite with Epic Games. I think Disney invested $1.5 billion into that. I'm trying to think what else. There's Kingdom Hearts, Epic Mickey. So I wanted to show y'all this. And this game is a game that is available for free to play. And it all relates to Disney Abu Dhabi. Okay, so let's roll it. Refresh it so you guys can see it clearly. That's why I'm easy. So I guess it's going to be clear. Oh yes, Disney Infinity. I remember that as well. Oh, and Toontown Online. Yes, indeed. I haven't raced on that cup yet. Yes, indeed. So that is Disney Speed Store. Okay. Oh, I have not raced on that truck. It looks like a cool track, man. I know, right? How cool is that? So that is a racing game. What you saw Disney. You want to fight? Right. So you saw Disney Mirrorverse as well. So all these video games are global. Now, the way that I pitched it to NBC Universal of having Nintendo e-gaming tournaments in prime time on television could be the same way that Disney takes Speedstorm and do Speedstorm e-gaming tournaments live on ABC. So with that being said, this announcement of Disney Abu Dhabi, to me, I feel, okay, this is just me, is the response to this. From Universal Destinations and Experiences, world-class Universal theme park and resort plan for the United Kingdom. Universal Destinations and Experiences, a unit rather. The unit has a whole spirit for sure. A unit of Comcast NBC Universal intends to build and operate the company's first ever theme park and resort in the Magic Kingdom located in Bedford, pending planning consent approvals. Our intent to proceed with the project follows more than a year of feasibility due diligence and close engagement with local and national stakeholders, as well as members of the local surrounding communities. At Universal Destinations and Experiences, we offer guests around the world the most innovative, immersive, and popular entertainment experiences, featuring the industry's most thrilling and technologically advanced attractions, exceptional hotels and resorts, unique merchandise, games, virtual and live entertainment. So this is the rendering here of the park here. So it's all incubated in one area, right? And then I think this is where the park is going to be, right here in this yellow. Right here it says the proposed plans include a entertainment resort complex with a world-class theme park with several themed lands featuring Universal's distinct brand of immersive storytelling, thrilling rides, innovative attractions, and exciting entertainment. Initial resort plans also feature a 500-room hotel and a retail dining and entertainment complex. It will be the first Universal branded theme park in the UK, United Kingdom, and Europe. This development will have a transformational impact on Bedford and the United Kingdom economy. It will be a major contributor to the creative arts and tourism industries, generating nearly 50 billion euro of economic benefit for the United Kingdom and creating thousands of new high-quality jobs. At opening, the theme park would be one of the largest employers in the region, with approximately 80% of employees expected to come from Bedford, Central Bedfordshire, Luton, and Milton Keynes, with many more communities benefiting from apprenticeships, training, and educational opportunities. We recognize the tremendous excitement our theme parks and destinations bring. However, it is too early in the process to know the possibilities of featured attractions and experiences. More details about the project will be revealed over time and are subject to the necessary planning consent approvals. Okay. So right here, here's the April 2025 local level, the May 2024 local level, and about our plans. Let me see if I can pull this up. Our public engagement in December of 2023, we confirmed the purchase of a parcel of land just south of Bedford and spent over a year exploring the potential to deliver a new theme park and resort experience at this site. This included a period of public engagement from Friday, April 5th to Friday, May 3rd, 2024, to share our proposal with local communities. During our public engagement, we met with almost 1,500 people and engaged with nearly 100 local organizations to hear ideas and feedback. We received over 6,000 responses to our engagement survey, with 92% of people surveyed expressing their support. Thank you to everyone who took time to share feedback with us. You can find more information about our public engagement below. And then they had the April 2024 flyer. So here it is. Here's 17 pages. I'm not going to read all these, okay? But I just want to show you that Universal has been working. Mommy's working. So if we zoom in here, right? So we got Universal Orlando Resort, right? We got the big kahuna of it all, Universal Studios Hollywood. That was the studio tour in the theme park. So Hollywood, Orlando, Beijing, China, Japan, and then Singapore. So the UK, right? I'm thinking the UK is probably in this region right here. Okay, don't quote me. Okay, listen. So here's Bedford right here. Why Bedford? The site is located to the south of Bedford town center, with near Kensington, Hardwick, and located between the villages of Wickham's, Stewart By, and Wooten. It includes the former Kempston Harwick Bricks Works site, as well as some fields to the south, none of which form part of the Greenbelt. The site as a whole is already allocated for development by the council through the proposed local plan. The site is also in an ideal location with convenient fast rail links to London and London Luton Airport. It has the size and flat topography that is important for a large-scale theme park resort. Both the site and Bedford are well connected for travel from all parts of the UK. I want you to keep that in your brain. I want you to keep that. I want you to keep that. I want you to keep that in your brain there. Okay. Because it's going to be important here in just a couple of minutes here. The East-West Rail EWR project also plans to deliver additional transport improvements locally, specifically improvements to the existing railway between Belchie and Bedford. So that's why it's Bedford here. Then, of course, it talks about the economy, the case study, our planning process, our proposal. And then you see phase 1 here. So wherever you see TP, which I see TMP, right? That's temporary construction. But where is... I know I can get crazy, but I know I ain't crazy. Let's see here. No. Oh, here it is, child, right in front of me the whole time. TP right here is the theme park. So here's the theme park, and then you got rail station, transportation hub, car park surface, retail, dining, entertainment, hotel, theme park support. Landscape area, restoration area, temporary construction there. So that's phase 1 indicative master plan and indicative master plan there. Our design standards, the universal experience, really very detailed, valuing accessibility and inclusion. Shout out to y'all for that. Invest in local communities, being a good neighbor. Talk about for example, wildlife and local ecology, water resources, air quality, historic environment, noise and light waste management, managing transport, investing in local infrastructure, serious about sustainability, a considerate approach to construction, and we want to hear from you. And so they have these ways here. You can fill out our survey online or in person, or email us at universalukproject@londoncommunications.co.uk. Free phone or telephone at 080030777141. Request a paper copy of our survey by email or calling. And that is the potential theme park and resort project there. Now, of course, you're wondering what's going to be in Universal Great Britain. I got you. Shout out to Orlando Park Stop, a great platform, by the way. They are also on YouTube, making it do what it do in a great fashion. Now, like I said, this was the concept art right here. Okay, official concept art. And of course, you have the Universal Globe right there, which it looks like it's going to be more prominently featured than ever before. It looks like maybe this is like a mixed, no, more like a shopping place. I was about to say it doesn't really have a lot of, rooms for apartments and stuff. But anyway, you can stay at a hotel at Branson Landing. That's in Branson, Missouri. Shout out to Branson, Missouri. Good place to go. Okay. So you got the letter here, but you guys are looking for what will be in the park here. Let's scroll down. Right here. Here we go. Okay. So you have Hollywood right here, the entrance. You have Bond, James Bond, 007, James Bond Spectacular. You got Jaws. You have the Universal Studios Grand Hotel. You have Paddington. Paddington is a very lovable teddy bear. My mom loves Paddington. She doesn't like Ted too much, but she loves Paddington. A Back to the Future DeLorean coaster. I am sure the people in the U.S. are quite pissed that they're not getting it. Then you have a Sing kids coaster from Illumination. You have Minion Land, Despicable Me, Minion Mayhem. Of course, you have a Shrek Dark Ride, Poisonous Apple Restaurant, which I think was in Shrek 2, if I'm not mistaken. You have Water World, which comes from Universal Studios Hollywood, I think. And then, of course, you have Jurassic World there. And then I think this parcel of land here could be for expansion. Don't know about expansion over here because it looks like it's pretty complete. But yes, that is that. So, with that being said, I had to bring you all that to bring you to this. Okay, here we go. Disney announces plans for a new theme park and resort with Morale in Abu Dhabi. Yes, it's a whole new world awaits. Disney Abu Dhabi. You know, it's really wonderful to check in on people and still see that they're good people. They haven't changed just to still exist on a platform. It's a nice feeling to experience there. All right. Here we go from Disney Parks blog. As our 7th theme park destination, it will rise from this land in spectacular fashion, blending contemporary architecture with cutting-edge technology to offer guests deeply immersive entertainment experiences in unique and modern ways. Robert A. Iger, Chief Executive Officer, CEO of the Walt Disney Company, the Walt Disney Company and Morale, Abu Dhabi's leading creator of immersive destinations and experiences, announced an agreement to create a landmark Disney theme park resort in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates. The waterfront resort will be located on Yas Island. Anytime I think of that, hang on. I gotta do it, y'all. I gotta do it. I just have to do it. Y'all see why I'm in here in a minute. Oh my Lord, I love my damn self. The person I am. Good Lord Jesus. You guys will see here in a minute. This meme has been seen so many times. Yas! Yes, indeed, but no, Yas Island is a real place, y'all, in Abu Dhabi, okay? From the is a theme park resort called Yas Island, located in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates. But yes, that gift, that meme gets me every time. A world-class destination for entertainment and leisure, connecting travelers from the Middle East, Africa, India, Asia, Europe, and beyond. Okay, so Middle East, Africa, India, Asia, Europe, and beyond. Middle East, Africa, India, Asia, Europe, and beyond. I want you to keep that in mind. Remember how I talked about just not too long ago how for the UK, it's the closest park for all of Europe and the UK. Remember how I said that? Hint, 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 hint. Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. This 7th Disney theme park resort will combine Disney's iconic stories, characters, and attractions with Abu Dhabi's vibrant culture, stunning shorelines, and breathtaking architecture. So this is the concept art only, so nothing is really defined. But I am sure there is somebody on YouTube who has broken this down, okay? I am sure. Abu Dhabi is a place where heritage meets innovation, where we preserve our past while designing the future. His Excellency Mohammed Khalifa Al Mubarak, chairman at Morale, said the collaboration between Abu Dhabi and Disney demonstrates the remarkable results of combining visionary leadership and creative excellence. What we are creating with Disney Abu Dhabi is a whole new world of imagination and experience that will inspire generations across the region and the world, creating magical moments and memories that families will treasure forever. Through the development of unique attractions and experiences, Abu Dhabi continues to be a destination of choice for the world. The new resort will be fully developed and built by Morale. Disney and its legendary Imagineers, well, that is questionable because that's an eye of the beholder, depending on who you ask, but let's roll on, will lead creative design and operational oversight to provide a world-class experience. Morale, which has developed a number of family entertainment destinations on Yas Island, Abu Dhabi, in collaboration with American and European brands, will operate the resort. So this is a structure. We don't know what the structure is. And y'all know that this right here is very disconic. I didn't say iconic, I said disconic, because you see this in the beginning of the opening for any Disney movie, that castle and that magic that floats above the castle. Yes, indeed. This is a thrilling moment for our company as we announce plans to build an exciting Disney theme park in Abu Dhabi, whose culture is rich with an appreciation of arts and creativity, said Robert A. Iger, Chief Executive Officer of the Walt Disney Company. As our 7th theme park destination, it will rise from this land in spectacular fashion, blending contemporary architecture with cutting-edge technology to offer guests deeply immersive entertainment experiences in unique and modern ways. Disneyland Abu Dhabi will be authentically Disney and distinctly Emirati. Now, if you're wondering, wait a minute, how come I've heard that phrase before? It will be authentically Disney and distinctly Chinese, or distinctly Shanghai, when Shanghai Disney Resort came about, right? So, an oasis of extraordinary Disney entertainment at this crossroads of the world that will bring to life our timeless characters and stories in many new ways. It will become a source of joy and inspiration for the people of this vast region to enjoy for generations to come. A play on words of, to all who come to this happy place, welcome. Disneyland is your land. And this will be a source of joy and inspiration for all the world to come. Thank you. That was the words of Walt Disney. Okay. Branding is everything, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. All right. Now we'll have to say this is pretty cool. I'm not gonna sit here in front. Meanwhile, Bob Iger and Josh Shamar was there. Were y'all able to watch a Disney movie? On that big screen, first of all, that is iconic. That's disconic, rather. I'm just gonna say, if I was there, I would be like, y'all, hang on, you know what? This is what I'll do. I'll be like, can y'all believe this ish? Can y'all look at this? Look at it. Look at this. Look at this. Hang on. You hold my phone, and then just back out, and then you see this perfection. But there's a bigger play here. Okay, there's a bigger play. Let's roll on. The UAE is located within a 4-hour flight of 1/3 of the world's population, making it a significant gateway for tourism. The UAE is home to the largest global airline hub in the world, with 120 million passengers traveling through Abu Dhabi and Dubai each year. Traveling through Abu Dhabi and Dubai each year. Abu Dhabi and Dubai each year. Hint, 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 hint. You know I have something coming. Just stay with me. This groundbreaking resort destination represents a new frontier in theme park development, said Josh Damaro, chairman, Disney Experiences. Our resort in Abu Dhabi will be the most advanced interactive destination in our portfolio. The location of our park is incredibly unique, anchored by a beautiful waterfront, which will allow us to tell our stories in completely new ways. This project will reach guests in a whole new part of the world, welcoming more families to experience Disney than ever before. Ultimately, it will be a celebration of what's possible when creativity and progress come together. Bringing a Disney theme park resort to Yas Island marks a historic milestone in our journey to further advance the island's population as a global destination for exceptional entertainment and leisure, said Mohammed Abdullah Al-Zabi, Group CEO of Morale. Together, we are creating a place of boundless innovation where the vision of our leadership continues to inspire the world. The development of unique experiences will support sustained economic growth in Abu Dhabi and beyond. Upon completion, the new theme park resort will offer signature Disney entertainment, themed accommodations, unique dining and retail experiences, storytelling in a way that celebrates both the heritage of Disney and the futuristic and cultural essence of Abu Dhabi. Now, I know that was a lie. Don't worry, we're going to watch the video here in just a second. You will see it here in just a second. But I want to go back just for a minute. The UAE is home to the largest global airline hub in the world, with 120 million passengers traveling through Abu Dhabi and Dubai each year. I want you to keep Abu Dhabi and Dubai each year right here. I want you to keep it right here. So that's clue one. Right here. Connecting travels from Middle East, Africa, India, Asia, Europe, and beyond. Middle East, Africa, India, Asia, Europe, and beyond. Middle East, Africa, India, Asia, Europe, and beyond. I want you to keep that right there. I want you to keep that right there. So I want you to keep those two things right here. I want you to keep those two things right there. And by the way, so let me go back. I want to go back to that information packet from Universal. Right here. Let's look at this here. The site is also in an ideal location with convenient fast rail links to London and London Luton Airport. It has the size and flat topography that is important for a large-scale theme park resort. Both the site and Bedford are well connected for travel from all parts of the UK. So 120 million passengers travel through Abu Dhabi and Dubai each year. And all of those countries that I mentioned, which are Middle East, Africa, India, Asia, Europe, and beyond, right? So do you see what's going on here? There's expansion happening with both parks. Here's the gag. You ready? Here's the gag. Disney believes that this potentially is gonna, in the words of Aaliyah, rock the boat. And Disney's trying to work the middle and change positions. And now they're trying to, stroke it in terms of the movement of what they want the audience to focus on. Disney's competition right now is Epic Universe, okay? Epic Universe has Dark Universe for all the horror fans, How to Train Your Dragon for all the fans of that anime movie. And by the way, shout out to La Renee Creole. I got a gifted membership. I got to see The Untrainable Dragon. One of the best shows I have ever seen from a theme park. I mean, the emotionality, the tonality, and the frequency of the tenor of the just rhythm of that show is quite beyond. Then you have the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, right? Now here's another gag for you. Disney first had dibs at Harry Potter, and they passed on. Yeah, I know. I know. So it's quite interesting, right? That they want to expand their presence because they have screwed up what they already have at home with the condition of how people know Disney in the United States, with how people know Disney rather in the United States. Okay. So you see how everything's kind of connected together here. Now, here is that video of Disney Abu Dhabi. Roll it.
There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward.
One more time. StreamYard sometimes. Here we go. Roll it.
There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward.
With the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
In Disney's 102-year history, there have been many defining moments and countless achievements. Today, we celebrate another thrilling moment, the creation of a spectacular new Disney theme park resort coming to Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi is a place where heritage meets innovation, a place where we preserve our past while designing the future.
Bringing a Disney theme park resort to Yas Island, Abu Dhabi, marks a historic milestone in our journey as a global family destination.
The 7th Disney theme park resort destination represents a new frontier in theme park ambitions. Our resort in Abu Dhabi will be the most advanced and interactive destination in our entire portfolio. The location of our park is incredibly unique. It's anchored by a beautiful waterfront, which will allow us to tell our stories in completely new ways. Ultimately, this project will be a celebration of what's possible when creativity and progress come together.
What we are creating with Disney in Abu Dhabi is a whole new world of imagination, an experience that will inspire generations across the region and the world.
This collaboration represents a powerful fusion of Disney's unmatched legacy in storytelling and Mirar's commitment to bringing world-class entertainment to our guests.
Abu Dhabi's vision for the future is to create a legacy for generations to come.
Disneyland Abu Dhabi will be authentically Disney and distinctly Emirati. An oasis of extraordinary Disney entertainment at this crossroads of the world. It will bring to life our timeless characters and stories in many new ways, becoming a source of joy and inspiration for the people of this vast region to enjoy for generations to come.
So that is Disney Abu Dhabi. Very nice hype video. Now, I want to bring something to your attention here. Anybody heard of Epcot? Experimental Prototype Community of Tomorrow. I'm going to bring them up right now because there's a thing that they have there at Epcot. You may know about it. You may not know about it. But at this point, you probably really ought to know about it because it's been around for a very long time. So this is a little something called World Showcase. So you got Canada, United Kingdom, France, Morocco, Japan, the American Adventure, Italy, Germany, China, Norway, and Mexico, right? So World Showcase is the park's largest neighborhood dedicated to representing the culture, history, cuisine, architecture, and traditions of 11 nations across 4 continents: North America, Europe, Asia, and Africa. Each nation pavilion features attractions, shops, restaurants, and landscaping that celebrate or portray authentic settings from each country. Several pavilions also contain recreations inspired by existing buildings and landmarks such as the Eiffel Tower, Ishima Shrine, Hampton Court Palace, Château Laurier, Gold Star Church, St. Mark's Champanel, and the Tupika Mosque. Of the 11 pavilions, only Morocco and Norway were not present at the park's opening. They were added in 1984 and 1988, respectively. The Nation Pavilion surrounded the World Showcase Lagoon, a man-made lake located in the Central World Showcase, with a perimeter of 1.2 miles, 1.9 kilometers, which is the site of the park's nighttime fireworks display, Luminous, the Symphony of Us. No one likes that show. The best show was Illumination's Reflections of Earth. You should have never got rid of it, you dumb fucks at Disney. As you can tell, I have no further opinion on that topic. But I will say this, though, right? The reason why a lot of people love Illumination's Reflections of Earth was because, for one, it really brought the world together to showcase the power of diversity, equity, inclusion. Not so much for this, but for what people put into the world. And of course, one of the best intros of all time. On behalf of Walt Disney World, the place where dreams come true, we welcome you to Epcot and World Showcase. You can find the show on YouTube. I'm telling you, if you need a relaxer, there's nothing like putting that show on, having your headphones in, and going to sleep. Okay. And believe me, I'm speaking from experience. Now, I want to pay attention to this. Europe, Asia, and Africa. Okay? Just want to pay attention to that, because with the new Disney Abu Dhabi, right? The new Disney Abu Dhabi. Look at this here. Europe, Africa, and Asia. So instead of plusing the experience at World Showcase, now you're building a whole new theme park that connects the other countries that you have portrayed in the United States in the actual factual part of the world. So you mean to tell me you can put energy into this, but you can't put energy into making sure that the purposefulness of diversity, equity, and inclusion can't be top tier energy at World Showcase? Is that what we're doing? Is that what we're doing? Okay. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Give me one moment, because there's something else. Now, of course, you guys heard of Disney's Animal Kingdom, right? So they also have Africa, set in the fictional East African port village of Harambe, resembles local villages founded of Africa that were duplicated by Disney's Imagineers. Includes a fortress that was found in Zanzibar and a war-stained, crumbling old building that was found in Kenya. Harambe includes a hotel, restaurants, and an outdoor bar with live entertainment, different marketplaces, right? And then, of course, you have Asia, set in the fictional kingdom of Angkor, evokes the traits of Cambodia, India, Indonesia, Mongolia, Nepal, Thailand, and Tibet, China. The first expansion area added to Disney's Animal Kingdom in 1999, to use the word Prince. Rest in peace to that brother, for sure. Anjapar translates to place of many delights in Sanskrit. According to the park's fictional history, Anjapar was established as a royal hunting preserve in 1544. Asia contains both the riverside village of Angkor and Zurikon, which is set in the foothills of the Himalayas. Shout out to Monsters, Inc. So it's interesting that they're creating a theme park in Abu Dhabi where, you know, you have a theme park in Asia, right? And you also have, but you don't have a theme park in Africa. And here's the thing, right? How I feel about this is, even though Disney Abu Dhabi, right, is going to connect travelers from the Middle East, Africa, India, Asia, Europe, and beyond. You got your Europe parks with Paris and hang on. I want to make sure I put some respect on these parks. Hang on. Disney's International Parks. Okay. All right, just want to make sure we get the parks right. Okay. So you already have Disneyland Paris, right, which includes Europe, right? And then you have Asia, which you have you have Shanghai, and Tokyo and Hong Kong, you have Japan, right? So you already have Asia and Europe. So if anything, you haven't done Disneyland Egypt, and you haven't done Disneyland Africa. And this is, and where I'm getting at here, ladies and gentlemen, out of rambling comes greatness, just give me time. For this park, Disney Abu Dhabi, to be great, if you're going to bring World Showcase to Disney Abu Dhabi, you have to match it pound for pound, fist for fist, soul for soul, because you know what Egypt would say? Hey, why can't we get Disneyland Egypt? You know what Africa's going to say? Why can't we get Disneyland Africa? Because no matter how much you try to culturally appropriate the Middle East, Africa, India, Asia, Europe, and beyond, there's only one way to culturally appreciate those different countries, and that is the country itself. Just saying. Now, I told you 3 hints. Hint 1 right here. Hint 1. Hint. Hint 2 right here. Hint. And I also told you hint 3 right here. Hint. So, with that being said, let me get the smoking pow, the smoking flare, if you will. And we actually watched this on Virtual Tour Live. And like I said, I think that this will give some great context to Disney Abu Dhabi. So let's tune into my good friends from Review Time. If you are not subscribed to Review Time, like, comment, share, subscribe to Review Time. Here we go.
Review Time is the home for all things theme parks. Stay up to date with our videos by subscribing and tapping the bell icon. In 2014, concept art leaked online for what appeared to be an Arabian-flavored Disney park, designed by known Disney contractor Favilli Studios. The art was our first glimpse at Disneyland Dubai. At the time, it made sense. Dubai was still pushing for a massive expansion of theme parks in the area, wanting to become the next Orlando. Almost all of the major theme park players had plans in Dubai, except for Disney. A day after the concept art had been leaked, a polite phone call was made between Favilli Studios and the blog that first posted them, asking them to take it down as the art was very real and very sensitive. Whilst the concept art was politely removed, by then it was already all over the internet, and we had our first glimpse at a possible Disneyland Dubai. A small Disney park featuring Cars Land, a Star Wars land, and even an elaborate 5-star hotel within the castle. A park not designed by Disney, but designed for Disney, in the hopes of an elaborate licensing proposal. For Review Time, I'm Luke, and this is the strange story of Disneyland Dubai.
Did you hear that? A licensing deal? Hint. Now, some of the international parks are run by Disney, and then others, there is a licensing deal, like the Oriental Land Company with Tokyo Disneyland. Let's roll on.
A huge thank you goes out to Insights and Sounds for helping us out when researching for this video. Check them out at insightsandsounds.blogspot.com. But before we dive too deeply into the concept art, let's first take a quick look at the company behind it. Favili Studios has a long history of working with Disney in parks and resorts all over the world. Founded in 1992 by Andrea Favili, who had previously worked as a senior concept designer for Walt Disney Imagineering for 5 years, Favili Studios has gone on to create a multitude of themed entertainment projects, both for Disney and their competitors. Some of the most well-known projects Favili Studios have had a hand in include Discoveryland at Disneyland Paris, Port Discovery at Tokyo Disney Sea, the cancelled Glacier Bay at Hong Kong Disneyland, Sunset Boulevard at Disney Hollywood Studios, and Mickey's Toontown at Disneyland. Outside of the Disney bubble, they also designed Men in Black Alien Attack, as well as more recently a number of large-scale theme parks in China, such as Dino Kingdom. So, if anyone outside of Imagineering knows how to design a Disney resort, it's Favili Studios. And designing a completely original, unique Disneyland they would, with the plans for Disneyland Dubai. For a while, Dubai was trying to position itself as the new theme park hotspot of the world. Dubai Land and Dubai Parks and Resorts attempted to get every major player in the industry to build or license a theme park to them. Behind a number of major projects for Dubai Parks and Resorts was Riva Creative, who approached Favili to design a blue sky concept for Disneyland Dubai. The cornerstone of this concept was classic Disney storytelling, entertainment, and the beloved characters, brought to life in the arid desert on the edge of an ancient oasis. Or as Bob Iger might have put it,
Authentically Disney and distinctly
Arabian. The big differences in this park to the others around the world would have been immediately noticeable from first stepping into it. After being welcomed by a familiar Mickey floral face, you would have entered under the Arabian-style train station, featuring a railroad that would have traversed throughout the entire park, often in the middle of lands rather than around a berm. Emerging on the other side of the station, you would have been in the park's main street, though rather than being themed to a turn-of-the-century American town, it would have been a mix of Shanghai Disney's Mickey Avenue, Mickey's Toontown, and the classic Fantasyland-style buildings. One of the first things you'll notice when looking at concept art for this park is that close to 50% of it would have been contained within show buildings. This is due to the immense heat that the United Arab Emirates experiences for a large portion of the year.
Now, wait a minute, did you hear that? Let's roll it back. Let me hang on, because I remember how Somali Queen told me how I can bump it up here. So let me do this. Options. Can we get the font size right there? Okay. There we go. Let's get that right there. Okay. So let's watch this again. Okay. Here we go.
And the classic Fantasyland-style buildings. One of the first things you'll notice when looking at concept art for this park is that close to 50% of it would have been contained within show buildings. This is due to the immense heat that the United Arab Emirates
One more time.
And the classic Fantasyland-style buildings. One of the first things you'll notice when looking at concept art for this park is that close to 50% of it would have been contained within show buildings. This is due to the immense heat that the United Arab Emirates experienced.
You guys, this is basically Disneyland Dubai. Except Disney did not work with Favili Studios, but they are working with Morale instead. As you can see here, the United Arab Emirates is home to the largest global airline hub in the world, with 120 million passengers traveling through Abu Dhabi and Dubai each year. The United Arab Emirates United Arab Emirates is home to the largest global airline hub in the world, with 120 million passengers traveling through Abu Dhabi and Dubai each year. The United Arab Emirates is the home to the largest global airline hub in the world, with 120 million passengers traveling through Abu Dhabi and Dubai each year. And the UAE is located within a 4-hour flight of one third of the world's population, making it a significant gateway for tourism. And right here, connecting travelers from the Middle East, Africa, India, Asia, Europe, and beyond. Did Braylon say the quiet part out loud? Did he say the quiet part out loud? Did he say the quiet part out loud? Let's listen to it a couple more times. Let's just make sure that this is not Braylon just doing the most because he can. Let's just make sure.
Shanghai Disney's Mickey Avenue, Mickey's Toontown, and the classic Fantasyland-style buildings. One of the first things you'll notice when looking at concept art for this park is that close to 50% of it would have been contained within show buildings. This is due to the immense heat that the United Arab Emirates experienced.
One more time.
Mickey's Toontown and the classic Fantasyland-style buildings. One of the first things you'll notice when looking at concept art for this park is that close to 50% of it would have been contained within show buildings. This is due to the immense heat that the United Arab Emirates experienced.
One more time for the one more time, and then we'll...
Mickey's Toontown and the classic Fantasyland-style buildings. One of the first things you'll notice when looking at concept art for this park is that close to 50% of it would have been contained within show buildings. This is due to the immense heat that the United Arab Emirates experienced.
Guys, it's still basically Disneyland Dubai. Moving on.
Experiences for a large portion of the year, featuring average highs in summer of 105 degrees Fahrenheit or 41 degrees Celsius, much hotter than even Orlando's unbearable 91 degrees Fahrenheit and 33 degrees Celsius. Right near the entrance of this land would have been a classic carousel, and it was expected that some classic Fantasyland dark rides would have also been contained in this Main Street Fantasyland crossover. Towards the back of the land would have been character meet and greet locations themed similarly to the characters' houses in Toontown. The land would have also been home to some restaurants, as well as a large World of Disney-styled store. Continuing past Fantasyland Street, taking a left in the hub would have placed you in Pixar Animation Studios. Inside the studios would have been an indoor Art of Pixar section, similar to the Art of Animation building at Disney California Adventure. Here you could have met or drawn your favorite Pixar characters, and of course, shopped your heart out. Also in Pixar Studios, entering through Luigi's Casa della Tires, would have been Radiator Springs Races, one of the biggest e-tickets of the park. Around Radiator Springs Races would have been some cozy cones, though looking at the overhead park layout, these would have just been thematic elements, rather than delicious snack locations like at DCA. Moving past Pixar Studios, you have what is arguably the most intriguing land of them all, Fantasyland. Though, I'm reluctant to call it that with how different it would have been to the other lands of fantasy. The land would have been positioned in front of the Castle of Dreams, much more on that shortly, and featured the distinctive Arabian architecture, rather than the European stylings we're used to. It almost seems more reminiscent of Paris's Adventureland than a Fantasyland. In the center would have been what appears to be the park's second carousel, some major dark rides, as well as a form of Aladdin attraction, entering through a replica of the Cave of Wonders, thankfully looking to be a more fitting Aladdin attraction for this Arabian park, rather than a simple, underwhelming magic carpet spinner. Of course, the icon of the entire park, the Castle of Dreams, featuring its distinctively Middle Eastern elements of spires, domes, and minarets, would have been the focal point of this fantasy land. Though to completely understand this castle, we need to view it from the other side of the park, where you would have noticed a grand, Tinkerbell-topped porte cochere acting as the entrance to a major 5-star hotel located within the castle. The back half of this Disney resort behind the castle would have been dedicated to this extravagant hotel, featuring gardens, a pool, and even a wing that appears to be a treehouse or maybe even an Ewok village style of accommodation. The Castle Hotel would have featured both park and garden-facing rooms and seems to be a major focus of these designs, almost creating a new, hybrid form of Disney resort, with a smaller scale Disney theme park containing some fan-favorite IPs and attractions, as well as an elegant hotel, fitting in with the Dubai sense of luxury. Past the hotel and Arabian fantasy sections was a rather small Adventureland, though in some ways the Fantasyland contained enough elements of adventure that they could almost be linked. The only major attraction visible in this land would have been the Jungle Cruise, featuring all of the expected animals, show scenes, and more. The final land would have been another massive departure from what's expected of a Magic Kingdom-style park, with Tomorrowland being replaced by Star Wars Land. Though rather than an immersive, singular location like Batuu, this land would have mixed some of the Star Wars universe's most well-known locations and icons. Immediately catching your eye as the weenie to the land would have been a Death Star-themed Astro Orbiter, where you would have ridden in X-Wings and TIE Fighters. Elsewhere in the land would have been Star Tours, inside a small-scale replica of Cloud City, with a Starspeeder 1000 and even a full-size Millennium Falcon attached to the outside. Elsewhere would have also been the giant foreboding Jedi Temple or Imperial Palace, depending on what they wanted to do with it. As you can see, Disneyland Dubai would have had some major departures from what we expect from a Disney theme park. This park was poised to almost be a Disney Wharf 2.0, a mix of a resort destination like Aulani with Disney.
By the way, Disney Wharf was supposed to be in Australia. Review Time also has a video on that.
Rides, characters, and attractions. Of course, this park, like so many of Dubai's theme park plans, never got off the ground. So what happened? The most important thing to remember is that the client for this project wasn't Disney themselves, but instead Riva Creative, a United Arab Emirates-based company who had a major hand in creating the parks that currently reside at Dubai Parks and Resorts, including Motion Gate, Bollywood, and Legoland. Riva was looking to create a licensed Disney resort where they would build and manage the park, paying Disney royalties to use their characters and name, similar to the agreement the Oriental Land Company has to run the Tokyo Disney Resort.
It's the same thing happening with Disney Abu Dhabi. Let's roll on.
It may never become public knowledge exactly what happened behind closed doors, but Riva Creative paid big bucks to Favilli in order to completely design this park proposal. But somewhere the discussions between Disney and Riva about making this park a reality fell through. When the concept art was first published over on Insights and Sounds in 2014, the owner of the blog received a phone call from the director of operations at Favilli Studios, asking politely for them to be taken down. Why? Because negotiations with Riva and Disney were still ongoing, and the documents were very real and very sensitive. However, between now and then, nothing more has happened or even been revealed about Disneyland Dubai, and realistically, the project is sadly dead, especially with Riva Creative not even existing anymore. Sadly, in the last 10 years, the shine of Dubai as a theme park destination has rubbed off. Parks such as Universal Studios and Six Flags have been officially cancelled. and even the handful of parks that did open in the area struggle to meet attendance projections and have posted losses over the last financial year. So whilst I don't doubt sometime in our lives we'll see another brand new Disney resort in the world, I highly doubt it will be in Dubai. From the home of all things theme parks, I'm Luke for Review Time. Thanks for watching, liking, and subscribing.
I swear that voice is like butter. Not butter. Not butter, rather. Butter. Okay? Yes, indeed. So shout out to Review Time. I want to see the comments here. Let's see. Feedback. Anyone here after the announcement of Disneyland Abu Dhabi? So we do have intelligent people in the world. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Right there. So wanted to bring that to you. Now, of course, if you want to stay in a castle hotel, there is a castle hotel in Orlando. Trying to find a good, decent spot. So this castle right here is in Orlando, Florida here, okay? Well, let me go back. Right here. Right here. So this is the Castle Hotel in Orlando. Now they do have another Castle Hotel, but this is in Delhi. But this castle would be built inside the park for Disneyland. Would have been inside the park for Disneyland Dubai. Now, there's one other park in the United States of America that the hotel is inside the theme park, and that, my friends, would be this hotel, Universal Helios Grand Hotel, or Helios Grand Hotel, Robert. Because I want y'all to see it very clearly. So this half that you're seeing is the entrance to the hotel. The other side is Epic. So the hotel is inside the park. Just like how that castle is inside Disneyland. And with a hotel inside the castle. I'm double speaking. But basically the same thing. Now this Universal Helios Hotel is inside the water. The same way Arabian Castle that I've been in is like a castle. Never seen it. will be opening May 22nd, 2025. You can get one-day tickets now. Some people are a little bit upset as annual pass holders to Universal Orlando Resort because it was supposed to be an exclusive preview for them. But Universal Orlando did say that there would be one-day tickets closer to the opening day. So there is that for you there. Now, of course, let me show you this because this was my view this morning on my Facebook page. It came out 39 minutes ago that morning, right? And so let's look at some of the comments here from Disney Abu Dhabi here. Right here. I guess they're going back to 4 keys because inclusion will not be one of them. Why? Honest question. I want you to see this. There are 1,432 comments about this, okay? Alone. Maybe focus on maintenance at Disney World and Disneyland. 915 likes. I think that was at 300 likes this morning. I thought Iger announced no new parks a few months ago, and he did. Tech will never see in the U.S. You can't be Epic Universe or Orlando. You gotta move elsewhere. I know. How about a magical place that treats women as equals and lets people show affection in public and has a great human rights record? Well, you made a wish, this child, but now all those wishes are going to come true. Text is available. Just throwing that out there because of Universal Kids Resort in Frisco, Texas. Disney added Tron Light Cycle to Magic Kingdom and said, all right, no more work in the U.S. parks. I think that roller coaster lasts like a minute. I feel like Tron Light Cycle run should have lasted at least 3 minutes, but that's just me. I was hoping for Australia would be next, but alas, that would be Disney Wharf. But then again, hey, listen, if somebody in Australia wants to license Disney, it could be a Disneyland Australia. Who knows? I just want to halfway the Halloween announcement, and we thought Tokyo had the money for the best rides. Meanwhile, Disney World needs a new park. We did a rebrand master plan. My Kuokoa. We did a whole rebrand master plan right here on Braylon's Virtual Tour Live. So, yes, indeed, there. So, with that being said, of course, there was a lot of news, throughout, mainstream media. And one of those was Good Morning America. Take a look at this.
I'm scared. But when Verizon announced that I could lock in a low price for 3 years, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Can you hear me now?
Whatever you're doing, stop right now because we have a brand new announcement from our parent company, Disney. A whole new world is being revealed, and it's in Abu Dhabi, where Rebecca Jarvis is for us this morning. Good morning, Rebecca.
Good morning, Robin. Yes, this is very, very exciting. I am standing here on Yas Island in Abu Dhabi, where Disney's 7th global theme park will be built. And I sat down with our CEO, Bob Iger, to talk about this whole new world.
So I'm excited for the UAE and Abu Dhabi. Bringing a Disneyland to a land in the world is, I think, a big deal, and it makes a big statement. And it's just a great moment.
A new chapter of Disney storytelling begins. Rewriting a land known for its architecture, culture, coastlines, and desert. The Walt Disney Company chair and CEO Bob Iger says there's already excitement brewing here in Abu Dhabi.
You start thinking about what is possible, actually envisioning a castle rising up, in this case, from the sand and also being on the water.
I heard you say castle, so you're confirming there's going to be a castle, Bob.
Yes, I'm confirming that, but we've decided that we want to build a very modern Disneyland. It will obviously incorporate a lot of our intellectual property and some of the typical stories that we tell in our theme parks.
So this is the rendering we have.
I'm smiling because it makes me smile. Yes. So that rendering depicts the land on Yas Island in Abu Dhabi. We haven't decided everything that will go into it, but we do know it will be anchored by a castle. And again, the modernization that is Abu Dhabi, the castle will be the first real modern castle that we built.
And this is it, the start of a brand new park here in Abu Dhabi. I am standing 8,400 miles away from Anaheim, California, the site of the very first Disneyland that opened in 1955. Why here in Abu Dhabi?
The UAE and Abu Dhabi is a crossroads of the world. This is a hub in many respects, but also because it is located where it is, it's accessible to so many different regions, places where we typically have, only scratched the surface in terms of attendance to our parks.
With 6 theme parks across 4 countries around the globe, Abu Dhabi in the United Arab Emirates will soon become lucky number 7. This project has been simmering since 2017, but crystallized after Iger's visit to the region last year, when he found there was already a lot of excitement surrounding Disney.
This is a place that has a very ambitious and very exciting vision for its future. So this will give us an opportunity to build something very, very high quality, as evidenced by so much of what's already been built here, but also the most technologically advanced theme park that we've ever built.
Disney partnering with Miral, the operators of world-class immersive experiences and attractions in Abu Dhabi. Miral will oversee the development and building of Disney's resort.
The minute you drive into Abu Dhabi, you see your signs all along the side of the freeway. Miral, Joy. Tell me a little about your company and what you aim to do with Disney.
Our company is based on creating smiles. We're here to create happiness. And this is what Disney is all about. What I truly love about Disney is that it engulfs you in their magic. I'm passionate that we are here building something that is for the next generation. It's a legacy piece. We are a part of something great.
And this is not the Miral chairman's first encounter with Disney. His earliest experience was as a child, asking his mother to go to Disney World in Orlando.
One day, it was a Thursday night, and she walked in and she said, "Everybody, pack your bags. We're leaving tomorrow." I said, "Where are we going?" And she goes, "We're going to Disney World." It was around 9 o'clock at night, and the room lit up.
Now he aims to bring that same spirit and excitement to millions here.
What is the timeline for this project? Is there a timeline?
Yes, there is. As fast as possible. I think it's imperative for us to bring these new experiences to the region and the world. And of course, we're not going to compromise on quality. We're going to make sure that what we built here in Abu Dhabi is going to be special, and it's going to create everlasting smiles and memories for every visitor to come here.
Iger saying he loves that people have high expectations of Disney.
They're always asking, what will Disney think of next? Only Disney could think of that. And actually, we set the bar high for ourselves too. How can we be not just different, but different and better? And in many respects, that's what that is.
And what comes next puts a smile on Iger's face today.
Looking forward to being invited to the opening.
Oh, likewise. I'm going to see you in the castle.
Rebecca, get that invite, child.
And in addition to that brand new castle, the vision for all of this is a brand new kind of Disney park, things that people have never experienced before. I also asked Bob Iger what this means for jobs back in the United States, and he said it will take a lot of U.S. employees, their creativity, to bring all of this to life. In fact, they've already begun hiring some of them, and that's in addition to Disney's $30 billion plans at U.S. parks to build those out, and that means thousands of new jobs for Disney as well, guys.
Yeah, major project there. So just give us a feel on the ground there, the reaction to all this news, Rebecca.
There is so much excitement. And I got to tell you, I smiled to myself because the first night we got here, I go up in the elevator knowing what's coming. And I rode up in the elevator with a little boy who is wearing Disney, head to toe Disney with his parents. And I thought to myself, someday when he visits here with his family, he'll actually be able to go see Disney here with his family. And the reality is it's beautiful. I mean, you can see it all behind me, but there's already so much developing here. They have a Louvre. They have Ferrari World. There's the Grand Prix. The F1 is here. So
By the way, Warner Brothers World is there as well, Rebecca, but I know you couldn't mention it because they are a competitor. Okay, so just wanted to bring that to your attention. Yes, indeed. And I want to see, because they said that it was supposed to be, 2017? Okay, so the concept art here came out in 2014, right? So let me get the subtitles and bold it. There we go. So this was 2014 concept art. So they did not mention any of this on Good Morning America. I just want you to know that, okay? All right, here we go.
There's a lot of activity already happening, and this is it's a very exciting moment. You can feel it on the ground here, and the excitement to partner with this iconic U.S. brand is a really big deal for the region as well as for Disney.
Well, good job of keeping it top secret. We didn't even know.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even let us know what was going on. So good job there, Rebecca, and safe travel.
You can tell me anything, Robin. Yep. She's a vault.
Yeah. Well, safe travels back home, my friend. Yeah. Take care.
Great news for the jobs, too.
That is for the jobs.
Yes, indeed. Thank you to Robin, George, Michael, Lara, and Rebecca. You can catch them weekday mornings from 7 to 9 a.m. only on ABC. Yes, indeed. Hey, gorgeous. Good to see you. Oh, yes, indeed. Disney Abu Dhabi. You know what? Instead of just telling you about it, how about I just show you?
There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward,
with the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
In Disney's 102-year history, there have been many defining moments and countless achievements. Today, we celebrate another thrilling moment, the creation of a spectacular new Disney theme park resort coming to Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi is a place where heritage meets innovation, a place where we preserve our past while designing the future.
Bringing a Disney theme park resort to Yas Island, Abu Dhabi, marks a historic milestone in our journey as a global family destination.
The 7th Disney theme park resort destination represents a new frontier in theme park ambitions. Our resort in Abu Dhabi will be the most advanced and interactive destination in our entire portfolio. The location of our park is incredibly unique. It's anchored by a beautiful waterfront, which will allow us to tell our stories in completely new ways. Ultimately, this project will be a celebration of what's possible when creativity and progress come together.
What we are creating with Disney in Abu Dhabi is a whole new world of imagination, an experience that will inspire generations across the region and the world.
This collaboration represents a powerful fusion of Disney's unmatched legacy in storytelling and Miral's commitment to bringing world-class entertainment to our guests.
Abu Dhabi's vision for the future is to create a legacy for generations to come.
Disneyland Abu Dhabi will be authentically Disney and distinctly Emirati. An oasis of extraordinary Disney entertainment at this crossroads of the world. It will bring to life our timeless characters and stories in many new ways, becoming a source of joy and inspiration for the people of this vast region to enjoy for generations to come.
How cool was that, right? I do not know. I just checked your message. I'll try to contact her tomorrow and see what's going on. Hopefully everything is okay with La Capitan, or El Capitan, rather. So yes, indeed. Listen, Disney Abu Dhabi is going to be big, but really is Disneyland Dubai. There was concept art, leaked in 2014 from Valley Studios that was supposed to have a Disneyland in Dubai. The plan got shut down. And now all of a sudden there's Disneyland Dubai. But also, too, Disney has competition. there's a little something that's opening May 22nd, 2025, and it's this. Roll it.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
No matter how much Disney Abu Dhabi is going to be big, Disney's main battle right now is to not be lost in the sauce with what you just saw when that opens May 22nd, 2025. That is Universal's Epic Universe, everybody. Now, of course, there was an interview on CNBC. We will watch that. How about right now? Wait for it. Roll it.
Right now, David Faber joins us right now with that. Good morning, David.
Yep, we're going to have some special guests as well for you, Becky. You guys have been covering Disney's earnings this morning, of course, better across the board, direct to consumer looking quite strong as well. And the parks and experiences holding up. Well, on that note, we have the news to share that the Walt Disney Company and Miral announced plans for a Disney theme park and resort in Abu Dhabi. It would be the company's 7th theme park resort, and it will be, as you'd expect, of course, all things Disney, including a lot of new experience as well. So let's get to this news and let's find out exactly what's going on behind it. Joining me now is Disney CEO Bob Iger and Josh Tomorrow, the chairman of Disney Experiences. Both gentlemen, of course, are in Abu Dhabi. Guys, good to have you this morning. And congrats on the announcement. Bob, let me just start with you. Of course, why Abu Dhabi? Why now?
Well, first of all, let's start with the region, then we'll focus on Abu Dhabi. This, in many respects, is the UAE is the crossroads of the world. About 500 million people that are income qualified, meaning they can afford to visit one of our parks, live within a 4-hour plane trip here. And about 120 million people will actually come through Dubai and Abu Dhabi this year. And it's estimated that 39 million people will visit Abu Dhabi by 2030. So when we say crossroads, we really mean it. In addition to that, when you consider Abu Dhabi, you have to appreciate the fact that they have shown a great interest in arts and creativity. They build not only modern, but very, very high quality buildings. They've been very methodical about how they've planned their land. And most importantly, they love Disney. And we've also discovered that many people in this region love Disney. Josh and I have visited here now 3 times in a very brief period of time. And in all of our studies, we've been more than pleasantly surprised at the Disney affinity here. It's really quite something. So we're quite excited. This is the right place. By the time it opens will be the right time. And this is really a momentous occasion for the Walt Disney Company.
Yeah, well, I can imagine that it is. You know, you say by the time it opens. Bob, when do you expect that this resort will actually open?
Well, we're not pinning down a date yet. It typically takes us between 18 months and 2 years to design and fully develop, and approximately 5 years to build. But we're not making any commitments right now. Obviously, we're all eager to get started. Actually, our Imagineers have already begun the process of design, and we've been in deep discussions with our partners at Miral who I should also say have proven to be great partners already. Another reason that we're here is finding the right partners and being able to negotiate the right deal. But we're all very eager to get going. You know, we'd love to be able to cut the ribbon as soon as possible, but we're going to build this big and we're going to build this right.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, Josh, let me come to you. Obviously, our audience and many of your investor base always want to know, well, what's this going to cost? I see, you know, in your press release that I have in front of me, the new resort will be fully developed and built by Moral. Disney and its legendary Imagineers will lead creative design and operational oversight. So what is the arrangement here? Can you explain what that actually means?
Yeah, I'll start, David, with the fact that, as Bob said, we were incredibly impressed with Moral when we came to visit Abu Dhabi. They're very sophisticated. The way that they've built up this tourism industry here impressed us. And we knew immediately that we had a great partner on our hands. And as we started the negotiation, where we ended up was Disney will be responsible for all creative endeavors, all design, just like all of our experiences and parks around the world. We'll obviously lend our hand in operational expertise. We want guests, whether it's their first time in a Disney park or if they've visited our parks around the world, to feel that same Disney magic that they'd feel at any one of our parks around the world. Moral will fully fund this project. They will build the project. Again, as I said, they've done phenomenal things here in Abu Dhabi. And then ultimately, when it's fully built out, they'll operate it with oversight from us as well. So we feel very good about this deal. We feel very good about the partner and what we're ultimately going to build here in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, Bob, you know, it is a different deal for Disney, isn't it? I mean, again, as Josh just said, you're not actually putting out any money. So, I mean, should we see it as a sort of a branding licensing deal where you have control to a certain extent? How do you kind of frame it at this point? And how is it different from the deals you've done or the other parks, obviously, around the world where oftentimes you use your own capital to build them?
So this will be our fifth location outside the United States, and no two are the same in terms of the deal structure. The deals have all been tailored to the market, to the partners, to the available capital, and also timing-wise from a Disney perspective. So as you know, we announced some months ago a decision to turbocharge the business that Josh oversees. By that, we mean investing significant amount of capital across the world, really. But more importantly, we're going to invest roughly $30 billion in the United States to expand Orlando and California. And what this deal gives us the ability to do is to continue to invest the way we said we'd invest, particularly in the US, which will be obviously job accretive, while at the same time expanding our reach to a part of the world that we really have only reached superficially. We talk about Disney affinity, but it's a long trip to get to one of those 6 other locations. And this will basically put a Disney theme park really right in the backyard, so to speak, of a whole new consumer base. But this deal made sense to us in part because the available capital, and it also allows us to continue to invest the way we talked about. And also we've structured in a way that, and Josh described it, that not only will we have total say really in the design and development, or design and creative rather, but we'll have considerable oversight as well. So there's slightly different than the other deals that we've done. Tokyo would be probably the closest, where the Oriole Land Company put up all of the capital for that. This is a slight variation of that.
Okay. From an economic perspective, and I don't know to what extent you can detail it here or we'll have to in terms of in filings, but is it then going to be ultimately a percentage of revenues, of earnings? I mean, you know, what can investors expect here beyond obviously spreading the Disney brand? But in terms of the actual numbers, Josh, how is that going to work? Can you give us any idea?
Yeah, David, I think you hit it on the head there. Essentially, this will be royalty based. And so we feel very good about the specific deal arrangements here. We won't go into all of that today, but we feel like with the demand that this will drive to the region, the ability to reach brand new guests in this region of the world, particularly younger guests in this region of the world, on top of the royalty setup that we have, it's a really good deal for Disney. And
We won't go into any more detail than that now, but we feel good about the deal.
And David, another thing to consider is that every time we've built a park in another region of the world, it has lifted the Disney brand considerably. So we saw this in Paris years ago, and obviously in Japan, where our brand is one of the strongest brands in Japan to this day. We've seen it in Shanghai and the impact on the rest of China and in Hong Kong. This will have a very positive impact on the perception of the company, on the brand, and actually on many of our businesses in a region, again, where we haven't had a brand flag planted as significantly and as deeply as this one will be when it opens.
So as you saw, the GMA interview was the brand side of Disney. And as you saw on CNBC, that was the business side of Disney there. All right, you guys. So more right here from that Park Place. Disney is building a brand new theme park in Abu Dhabi and isn't spending a dime to build it. This is from Marvin Montanaro from that Park Place here. The Walt Disney Company just made a major announcement, but it's not one that will cost them much up front. Disney is expanding its theme park footprint to the Middle East, teaming up with Moral to bring a brand new park and resort to Yas Island in Abu Dhabi. This marks Disney's 7th global theme park resort, but unlike the company's $60 billion investment for its other parks, this one is being built entirely on someone else's dime. In a press release Wednesday, Disney confirmed that Moral, the entertainment firm behind Ferrari World and Warner Brothers World Abu Dhabi, will fully fund and construct the resort, while Disney Imagineers will lead the creative direction and oversee operations. That means no capital expenditure for Disney itself, just royalties once the park opens its gates. This is a thrilling moment for our company, said Disney CEO Bob Iger, as we announced plans to build an exciting Disney theme park in Abu Dhabi, whose culture is rich with an appreciation for the arts and creativity, as our 7th theme park destination. It will rise from this land in spectacular fashion, blending contemporary architecture with cutting-edge technology to offer guests deeply immersive entertainment experiences in unique and modern ways. Iger confirmed to CNBC that Imagineers are already designed the park, though no opening date or window has been revealed. I'm thinking probably 2035, 39. So 2035 to 2039. I'm just guessing, ballparking it. The move comes on the heels of Disney reporting solid Q2 earnings, including 6% year-over-year growth in its experiences division, covering parks, cruises, resorts, and consumer products. While Disney is not footing the bill, the move allows the company to extend its global reach into a region with a booming tourism sector. According to Disney, 1/3 of the world's population lives within a 4-hour flight of the United Arab Emirates, and the addressable market is estimated at 500 million visitors. Josh D'Amaro, chairman of Disney Experiences, called the project New Frontier. This groundbreaking resort destination represents a new frontier in theme park development. Tomorrow said our resort in Abu Dhabi will be the most advanced and interactive destination in our portfolio. The location of our park is incredibly unique, anchored by a beautiful waterfront, which will allow us to tell our stories in completely new ways. This project will reach guests in a whole new part of the world, welcoming more families to experience Disney than ever before. Yas Island is already a tie-in and regional entertainment feature. Ferrari World, Yas World, SeaWorld Abu Dhabi, Warner Brothers World, F1, Yas Marina Circuit, and a massive luxury mall. Now, a Disney resort joins the ranks without the company taking on construction risk. The park will feature themed hotels, immersive dining, and retail experiences, fusing Disney storytelling with the cultural and architectural identity of Abu Dhabi. The concept art released alongside the announcement showcases a vibrant, futuristic city landscape, unlike any Disney park built to date. Set along a glowing turquoise coastline, the image features sweeping architecture, towering crystal-lined spires, and luscious greenery interwoven with winding waterways and the outlet paths. The most prominent structure, a sleek, glowing tower at the center, bears no resemblance to any castle or iconic Disney landmark. Instead, the design leans heavily to abstract shapes and hyper-modern aesthetics, more reminiscent of a sci-fi metropolis than classic fantasy. Noticeably absent anything that feels traditionally Disney. There's no castle, no mountains, and no hint of Main Street USA. Instead, this looks like more of a luxury destination engineered to dignitaries and global elites rather than delivering nostalgia or character-based wonder to longtime fans. It's a bold pivot and one that will likely spark debate among park purists. The announcement may also signal a shift in Disney's international strategy. No more building billion-dollar parks without a partner footing the bill. While the company continues to expand its own parks, including projects in Florida, California, and overseas, this Abu Dhabi deal keeps Disney's balance sheet clean while tapping into fresh demographics. And yes, Disney has already been quietly laying the groundwork in the UAE. Broadway tours like The Lion King and Disney on Ice have made stops in the region. Retail presence has grown, so this new park feels like the next logical step in the region. But it also raises a different question. If Disney's not even investing in its own parks, it's a clear sign yet that the magic is just a licensing deal. Now, the company isn't building the house, just decorating it, and depending on who you ask, they have been exactly the greatest interior designers lately. For now, we wait, but one thing is clear: Disney's cashing in on the brand, not the experience. Kevin Montanaro did an absolutely fabulous job there. I fully agree. I think that this is more about the magnitude of Disney, not the soul of Disney. And then, of course, here from Mickey Visit, breaking Disney theme park just announced, but it's not where you would expect. This morning, we received breaking news about a new Disney theme park. This will be the first new theme park since Shanghai Disney. The news comes as Disney focuses even more on the expansion of the new theme parks and cruises around the world. Through the new theme park will be within a 4-hour flight of 1/3 of the world's population. We would have called this announcement a crazy rumor just a week ago. However, we are getting ready for a massive new expansion. So the Walt Disney Company in Marral, Abu Dhabi's leading creator for immersive destinations and experiences, announced an agreement to create a landmark Disney theme park resort in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates, through the new resort. Though the new resort doesn't have an official name, Disney CEO Bob Iger referred to Disney Abu Dhabi, indicating to me that it will be comparable to other Disney resorts around the world. The waterfront resort will be located on Yas Island, a world-class destination for entertainment, leisure, connecting travelers from the Middle East, Africa, India, Asia, Europe, and beyond. This 7th Disney theme park resort will combine Disney's iconic stories, characters, attractions with Abu Dhabi's vibrant culture, stunning shorelines, and breathtaking architecture. Yas Island's 20-minute drive from downtown Abu Dhabi and a 50-minute drive from Dubai. So there you go there. And of course, all this here. And then finally, wanted to just making sure we showcase the whole article, because we always cite where we get our sources from. And of course, shout out to Screamscape. Screamscape is one of the top sources for theme park news here. So I saw this report on it a couple of days ago. And here it is here. As we heard rumored over the last week, Disney has confirmed that they are planning to bring a theme park and resort to the UAE and Abu Dhabi. And here is biggest fireworks display yet for Yas Island. While we don't know exactly what it is, word has it Disney will be making some kind of big announcement on Wednesday, likely involving some kind of project in the UAE. That was May 3rd, 2025. And right here, 5/6, the biggest deal Bob Iger has yet to do at Disney. And of course, the announcement there today. So, as you can tell, it's a lot going on with Disney. Y'all, I hope y'all have enjoyed this one. Like I said, I wanted to bring this to you all with as much vitality, bonus, and soul as I could. Like I said, this is a huge announcement, but Disney still got work to do with the parks they have at home. Take care of home first before you try to bring a sense of comfort for homes around the world. One love, much love, all love. I feel the love. And I'll send it right back to you. Good night, everybody. Love you all. Bye.
There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward. There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward. There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward.
With the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
In Disney's 100...
There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward.
with the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
In Disney's 102-year history, there have been many defining moments and countless achievements. Today, we celebrate another thrilling moment, the creation of a spectacular new Disney theme park resort coming to Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi is a place where heritage meets innovation, a place where we preserve our past while designing the future.
Bringing a Disney theme park resort to Yas Island, Abu Dhabi, marks a historic milestone in our journey as a global family destination.
The 7th Disney theme park resort destination represents a new frontier in theme park ambitions. Our resort in Abu Dhabi will be the most advanced and interactive destination in our entire portfolio. The location of our park is incredibly unique. It's anchored by a beautiful waterfront, which will allow us to tell our stories in completely new ways. Ultimately, this project will be a celebration of what's possible when creativity and progress come together.
What we are creating with Disney in Abu Dhabi is a whole new world of imagination, an experience that will inspire generations across the region and the world.
This collaboration represents a powerful fusion of Disney's unmatched legacy in storytelling and mirrors commitment to bringing world-class entertainment to our guests.
Abu Dhabi's vision for the future is to create a legacy for generations to come.
Disneyland Abu Dhabi will be authentically Disney and distinctly Emirati. An oasis of extraordinary Disney entertainment at this crossroads of the world. It will bring to life our timeless characters and stories in many new ways, becoming a source of joy and inspiration for the people of this vast region to enjoy for generations to come.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should.
There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward.
With the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
In Disney's 102-year history, there have been many defining moments and countless achievements. Today, we celebrate another thrilling moment, the creation of a spectacular new Disney theme park resort coming to Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi is a place where heritage meets innovation, a place where we preserve our past while designing the future.
Bringing a Disney theme park resort to Yas Island, Abu Dhabi, marks a historic milestone in our journey as a global family destination.
The 7th Disney theme park resort destination represents a new frontier in theme park ambitions. Our resort in Abu Dhabi will be the most advanced and interactive destination in our entire portfolio. The location of our park is incredibly unique. It's anchored by a beautiful waterfront, which will allow us to tell our stories in completely new ways. Ultimately, this project will be a celebration of what's possible when creativity and progress come together.
What we are creating with Disney in Abu Dhabi is a whole new world of imagination, an experience that will inspire generations across the region and the world.
This collaboration represents a powerful fusion of Disney's unmatched legacy in storytelling and Mirar's commitment to bringing world-class entertainment to our guests.
Abu Dhabi's vision for the future is to create a legacy for generations to come.
Disneyland Abu Dhabi will be authentically Disney and distinctly Emirati. An oasis of extraordinary Disney entertainment at this crossroads of the world. It will bring to life our timeless characters and stories in many new ways, becoming a source of joy and inspiration for the people of this vast region to enjoy for generations to come.